Alright, so I'm back, and today we're going to do another How Are They Holding Up video, and this time we're going to be doing the Maketoys Reflector. I can't remember what they're called. This was sold as a 3-pack, like all the other reflectors are. You got there was the KFC one, which we looked at, which was absolute crap. Then there's the Maketoys one, which we did not look at, because this came out before it, and it was one of those, there was no purpose at the time for me to look at all three, because it's like, I think the KFC one, we did a giveaway series, and this guy came out way before it, I believe. I could be wrong. And then the Maketoys one came out a little bit later, and it was just one of those, like, well, I don't really need to look at it. So let's take a look at these guys and how they're holding up. So they're essentially all the same mold, with a few tweaks. Like this guy's got more. He's like his legs are different, but like the hips, like the thighs, I mean, or the shins, but the hips, the thighs, the torso's pretty similar, and then the arms are all the same for the most part. So these guys are all pretty much the same thing over and over again. Not saying that is a bad thing. I can't remember if it came with the other accessories too. I do know that it does come with a total of 3 extra faces, I believe. Or at least 2. Because you got the stoic face, which he has on, which is pretty good. You have the sad face, which he has on. The eyes are done pretty good. And then he's got like the grinning face that this one has on. And yeah, my figures are a little on the dusty side, but let's take a look at articulation on these guys real quick. So his head is on the ball peg, so you get the left, right, little up, little down, little side-to-side action going. Other than that, pretty good. He's got, if you untab it, you got the butterfly joints out, which I don't think the other ones have, but we'll get into those guys here in a second. Shoulder rotates all the way around. Hinges up to the side. Bicep swivel, double bend elbow. But you kind of have to work with it a little bit to get it to work for you. Because if you just bend it, it's going to get caught up here and it's not going to go any further. But if you bend it here first, then you can bend this one. And it's just like all a matter of how you bend it. Wrist swivels, fingers open and close. The guns are all 3 different as well. So you get this one, and this one. I kind of wish they were all unified, but, whatever. And then they all have the plug on the back. Sorry, the dog's getting a drink of water. Alright, you good, bro? Waist swivel. He must be really thirsty. Why does he wait until I'm on the video to do that? It's just like when he snores with his eyes open, staring at me like, it's like, do you see me, Dad? Hips move up to here, back to here, out to the side. It looks like it should move a little bit further because of the way it's built, but the way it gets caught up, it doesn't. Thigh swivel. There's a bend at the knee, and then this also has a ratchet to it as well. So, utilizing both, you get a pretty good range of motion there. Foot is on a rocker, it's a ball peg. So you get a little side-to-side action, rocker, a little bit of a tilt. That's pretty much it. To look at the other guys real quick. So we'll just look at this mold because I believe the other two are the same. So he's still got the ball peg head. So left, right, up, down. all that good stuff. Shoulders rotate around, out to the side. They're on ball pegs. Is his on a ball peg? Yeah. Bicep swivel, same elbow, same exact elbow. Hands rotate, open and close. No, well, it does have a butterfly joint. Kind of backwards, not so much forward. His like I said, if you untab them, they go a lot more forward. Oh, no waist swivel. He's got a waist swivel, but this one doesn't. Strange. Alright, does he have a waist swivel? He does. So he's got a waist swivel. Is his just caught up or something? That's so weird. Like, his waist is not moving at all. But he's got a waist swivel, and he's got a waist swivel. And it looks like it's the same build. Huh. Is there something back here that's like... That's so strange. I don't think I ever would have noticed that. Huh. I don't want to disassemble the whole figure to take a look, but there you go. So he does not have a waist swivel. Let me know if you guys have this figure, and this particular one, it doesn't have a waist swivel. Like, it looks like it's built in, but it just, mine's not moving at all. Hips up to here, back to there, out to the side, same kind of issue, so it only goes so far. Thigh swivel, bends at the knee. It is a totally different assembly knee than his, so it wants to come out of here a little bit, but that's kind of like pretty much where the knee ends right there. So I mean, it gets you everything you need. And then the feet are on the ball joints, so you get the rocker. His goes a little bit further, and tilt, which is about the same. So yeah, I believe the KFC ones were about the same price, and then the Fans Toys ones were a bit pricier. These guys were, I believe, originally about $150, somewhere around there, I want to say, which is a good price, you know, because we're talking $50 a pop. But yeah, all in all, I don't have much complaints about these figures. I mean, it's weird that his hips don't work. Size comparison, here he is with the current MP Prime. So yeah, in all, I think it's a great figure. I do. I think it holds up pretty well with the design, with the articulation. It's got just about everything you want out of them. It's got enough variety between the three bots to kind of, like, it's not, they have that look of, yes, they are the same, you know, character, like, over and over again, like those the Decepticon clone type things. But there's enough difference that it's not like, it's not like just a whole bunch of random, or just a whole bunch of the same Stormtrooper. It's kind of like, you know, you got your Stormtrooper, your Scout Trooper, your Sand Trooper, you know. Yeah, you can tell they're the same thing, but little variations here and there. So, and I like that. As far as, do I recommend them? I do. I do. I think it's a good set. The KFC one was garbage, and the Fans Toys one, the aftermarket prices on that is insane. So I can't recommend that one. And I've never looked at it, so I can't attest to how good it is or how bad it is. What I can say is these guys are pretty solid, as is. Like, if Maketoys were to reissue this today and give it a nice paint finish, I would buy it in a heartbeat. And as long as I don't fuck with the hands. Seriously, do not mess with the hands. They're fine. They're fine. Do not touch them. that Seeker hold, I can't get past that. Those hands were garbage. But anyway, Like, yeah, if they came back out with a nice little paint finish on these guys, it would be a solid reissue. One that I would highly recommend. As it is, I'd probably give these guys 8 out of 10. Price point's great. I think they're, like I said, average about $150. I think a lot of places have a current or a more recent reissue in stock, and they're cheap. Pretty sure I got these from Chosen Prime right after TFCon. But I know a lot of places had them. I think they still have them. I'm not gonna Google it and look, but the aftermarket value on this set hasn't gone crazy. So and that's great because it's still one of the better sets. Maketoys did a really good job at this time. They made a really solid release here. I do recommend them. I think they're fun. They're enjoyable. They've got enough variations with like the faces to give you character, and the guns and the design of the figures. Like he doesn't have a big backpack. He's got a different style backpack. And he's got a different style backpack. It's just like there's just enough here that's different that make them interesting, and I recommend them. I think they're pretty good. So 8 out of 10, I'd say. And then if they were to reissue them with a paint finish, it'd probably be a solid 10. I don't have anything really negative to say about it except for why this guy doesn't have a waist swivel when it looks like it's built in. I wonder if the figure, because when I got the set in, it's like I've already had reviewed it, so I haven't actually transformed it back to camera mode because it's not the smoothest transformation. So I haven't done that. So I wonder if it was just like from the factory something was wrong or something. I don't know. But yeah, they're a fun, enjoyable figure. Yeah, I just can't fault them for that one waist swivel unless it's a known, like all of them are like that. Then it's like maybe they could have figured that out a little bit better. But I don't know. I recommend them. I think it's a good set, good release, and it's something worth picking up if you guys are getting into the MP collection. The only thing is like it doesn't have that nice paint finish that some of the other figures have, but I still think it's fine. The purple on here has a nice little like kind of gloss to it, and there are paint accents, so it's got enough color breakup. It's just mostly molded plastic, but I think it works. But yeah, if they were to release it with a nice paint finish on it, I think it would be a really solid figure. But as it is, it's pretty good. I recommend them. So, yeah, I guess that's all I got.